Great and glorious, soon to be famous, one day Nick Dutch, back on the camera again one more time, and still not totally world famous and like dominated the entire media kind of thing, despite stuff and the fact that I happen to be just a rather boring run-of-the-mill tea drinking Anglican who has a £20 flip cam. Oh. Oh crikey. Okay. Nick, try and be serious. Just for a minute. Just for a fucking minute. All right. All right. Yes, I am being serious. This is a serious video, and I've done it. You know, I've gone back to my inbox. You know, got to go through 3 or 4 different clicks to get to your inbox these days, thanks to the wonders of the almighty Google. Anyway, still got loads of private messages to have a look at, to go through, people to like do videos about and all the rest of it, and stuff about the joy of Satan, an experiment, and questions and answers, urgent help needed. I can't get back to everything, okay? But I will slowly, because like I'm slow, you know, I'm slow. I got stuff to do. My throat's going. I'll give you a whole list of excuses, right? A whole list of, as long as me arm. But this one here says, this private message says, like, Nick, for the past 3 weeks now, I have been having the same nightmare. The nightmare is about my mum being killed in all kinds of ways. But the most curious thing, after every dream, I wake up at exactly 1:30 and I kind of hallucinate the devil. Any ideas? Well, the short answer to that is no. I can give you a few opinions as to what I think could be going on here. Alright, I mean, the waking up at 1:30 in the morning, that can easily be a body clock thing, that can be an association with time, that can be a wide variety of different things. I had a similar issue many years ago, but that wasn't due to anything like of a spiritual nature. There was an anxiety inside me which made me wake up, and I had to, you know, basically deal with a certain level of anxiety and fears I had, and I had to work through them so that I wouldn't be, you know, dominated by the same quantity or quality of fears and anxieties that I previously had. And basically, one thing I discovered in my more recent days, because like this thing happened to me years ago, right, when I was waking up at a certain time. But what I've discovered more recently is the more I look after myself in terms of all the basics, you know, diet, nutrition, exercise, sleep, that sort of thing, trying to make sure maintain a rhythm or, you know, a whole pattern of stuff, you know what I mean? And just trying to study more about what I should be putting into my body, what I shouldn't be putting into my body. The process I went through, giving up smoking and, you know, dedicating myself to electronic cigarette usage, which helps a lot. Even, you know, having healthy teas rather than, you know, the stuff which is going to keep me up all night and so on and so forth, and having a much better, you know, better everything, is it clears the mind. Alright? Because I'm putting less crap into my circulation, I'm putting less strain upon my heart, my internal organs. I'm actually giving my body the nutrition it needs so I can fight off this, that and the other. And the result is a clearer mind. And that helps me to sleep deeper and longer, and to feel more relaxed, and it helps to remove anxiety and fear and pain and worry to a certain extent. The other aspect is having something therapeutic in your life to take away from you something difficult and dangerous. Whether that's counselling, spirituality and all that kind of stuff, just like go for it. Because it's good. Meditation, excellent. Mind machines are really good, so I'm really enjoying my Casina, which I've been using, you know, once in a while, keep myself on track and so on and so forth. And I'll probably do another video about that another time, because I'm talking about this one particular issue. Now, when you're having a dream which is quite that intense, alright, I mean, I've got the red lights on tonight, woohoo, spooky, alright, when you have a dream that's quite that intense and it's about death, and it's about someone you care for or have had mixed feelings about, possibly, is most of the people you actually care for, you do have mixed feelings about, the way I see it, okay. there's something going on with you. Alright, there's something going on with you. Not because you're bad or evil or wrong or sick or you want these things to happen. No. But fear, anxiety, and the word fear is not a black and white thing. Okay, it's translated into lots of different things. There's like social anxiety. There's anxiety about people, places, and things, and all the rest of that. There's a whole spectrum as to what the word fear covers, and we all suffer from it to a certain extent. There's fear and there's sort of like harmony and balance and peace, and you've got to try and bring yourself bit by bit closer to like the harmony, balance, peace, love, whatever you want to call it, a healthy state of mind and body. And it's kind of like life is like a graph like that, and you move through, the positives and the negatives and the positives and the negatives and the positives and the negatives, and sometimes the positives are a bit too positive in some respects, so it goes, you go down again, and sometimes go the other way. All right, but in the middle of the graph right there, I like to think about that as like alignment. All right, I think about that as like a healthy balance. And we will, as humans, because we're dynamic, complex, ever-flowing, ever-changing creatures, we don't ever, all right, sit perfectly on that horizontal line. And there are people in all these New Age cults who say that they're there. There's like L. Ron Hubbard saying there's the clear, or whatever the fuck that means. And some other people say, well, I'm more spiritual than you because I'm always on the level. Well, they don't like them at all, you know what I mean? So you can't be, but you can try and narrow those extremes. All right, it sounds to me as if you are in one of those extremes at the moment, and there may be all kinds of convoluted thoughts and feelings and emotions associated with what you're going through right now. All right, bad memories, bad conversations that someone's had with you, bad things which are with you at the moment, whether it's concerns about work or money or where you're going in the future, or anger against someone or something because it's held you back, and it's manifesting itself in this weird kind of like, psychological timey-wimey way as a manifestation of you dreaming about someone dying. No, I'm not saying that you're blaming your mother. I'm not saying you're not blaming your mother. I'm saying that this is possibly a sign that there is some kind of anxiety, fear, separation from the balance of that middle line, a combination of lots of stuff getting in the way, and it's affecting you. Okay, it's affecting you in quite a deep way, and that's what this is all about. Okay, so when these things are happening, whether you're having bad dreams or your thinking isn't very clear, in some respects you're not quite there in alignment. All right, now I will never be there on that horizontal perfect, whatever it is, the fucking line. This is just my own model as to my own hypothetical model as to how I think things are. Okay, am I wrong? Quite probably. I mean I'm a human being. All right, I'm a human being. We're all animals. That's why people say their cat and their dog, oh, they're so human, they're so human. No, they're not human. You're a mammalian, okay? And these bad dreams could be as a result of that. It could be digestive. Okay, you could have a bit of a digestive problem going on there. You got more bacteria in your gut than you got cells in your body, or something crazy like that. You know what I mean? There's lots of stuff going on there. So, look at your diet. Are you having too much sugary food? Having too much fatty food? All right. How much vegetables are you having? Are you having enough vegetables? Should you, research diet more? I'm not a dietitian, okay? I'm not someone who can tell you what to have. And there are lots of crank diets out there, which aren't necessarily all that healthy either. So, again, balance, equilibrium, and all that kind of stuff. Because, like, what happens in your belly, and I know from experience of myself, all right, it's an experiential thing, okay, affects your mind. Okay, it affects your mind. Sometimes quite severely, sometimes not, and it depends upon the person. All right, do you have allergies? Nutritional stuff. Maybe this is a seasonal thing, and you're being affected by pollen. There could be lots of reasons why this is manifesting itself. As far as like hallucinating the devil is concerned, that could be all kinds of things. And no, I don't think that there is some kind of like demonic power around you. I think that this is a symptom of another malaise, all right, which is affecting you. I mean, when I'm dealing with my clients on the phone, obviously I'm a professional tarot reader, okay, which means that I have to deal with people on the phone all the time. I have to think carefully, because I see myself as a healer, okay, a therapist of sorts. I have to think carefully as to what they're going through and how I can adjust my words to try and explain, okay, another way of looking at things. So in that case, all I can do is use my words. But there's lots of other things which can actually be used as part of your own healing routine. I mean, people talk about healthy diets. Well, in my opinion, that should be a baseline. All right, that's your baseline. All right, healthy diets, healthy living. Okay, that should be your baseline. Keeping off things which are unhealthy should be your baseline. And the likelihood of these terrible dreams and the rest of it manifesting themselves will become less and less and less, in my opinion. And this is just my opinion, because essentially the more you move towards healthy living, surprise, surprise, okay, the less likely unhealthy psychology, unhealthy dreams, unhealthy sleep patterns will start to manifest themselves. That will ebb away. Okay? And also thinking about psychological hygiene. Do you have a meditation routine? Do you have a prayer routine, if you prefer that sort of thing? Or if you're involved in Wicca and paganism, do you have a circle casting, or whatever it is you do in your own little culture or subculture or whatever? Do you have that routine in your life? Do something about these things. Look at these bad dreams as being the symptom, not necessarily, oh my God, it's proof that there is an evil spirit there, there's a devil, there's a demon, there's a succubus, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I know, I'll ask Nick Dutch because he's a totally weird person who's into spirits and demons and angels and all that stuff. I know. Well, yeah, but the only thing I'm interested in is having these strange experiences because they say something about us, but I don't know what they say about us. And there isn't anyone out there who can say what they say about us. But there's plenty of people out there willing to sell you stuff, all right, and try and get you involved in their cults for just to profit over you and see you as someone who is lower than them. So that's psychological or emotional profit or power-based profit, okay, or financially profit off you, okay. So move away from that, and instead try and find more ways of looking at this being a symptom of being out of alignment. I think would be a good way of doing things. And then I'm of the opinion that stuff is going to come back into your life which is going to be a lot more positive, in my humble opinion. Now, I'm just like everybody else out there, okay? I'm just a guy with a camera, a 20-pound flip cam, who's talking his opinions based upon his knowledge, his experience, and views. Could I be wrong? Yeah, of course. But in my opinion, there's a chance that I could be right. And you need to look at this in a different way. Look after yourself.